This segment brought to you in association with Burger King.
And Anne-Marie is here now with our first look at sports. Good evening to you, Berkey.
Well, good evening to you, Lisa. And we begin with some interesting news where Barbados will be hosting the 2020 Pan American Beach Wrestling Championship. Barbados won the bid this morning in Argentina after their presentation got unanimous support. Several countries were due to make a bid at today's meeting, but after the president of the Barbados Wrestling Association, Rollins Allen, and consultant with the BTMI's Beach Culture Development, Dr. Anthony Yard, made their case to host the games, all other countries withdrew their bids. The 2020 Pan Am Beach Wrestling Championships will be held at Browns Beach, with the date expected to fall between May and June. Well, the former president of the West Indies Cricket Board, Pat Rousseau, is dead. He died last night in his homeland, Jamaica, after being ill for some time. Rousseau was in charge of the WICB between 1996 and 2001 and was instrumental in convincing the International Cricket Council to stage the ICC Cricket World Cup in 2007 here in the Caribbean. Now, among those paying tribute to the former WICB president is current leader Ricky Skerritt and also the West Indies Players Association. Well, a familiar face is among the coaching staff for conditioning the West Indies squad for the upcoming series in Ireland. Ramnaresh Sarwan is back in the Caribbean and assisting with the batsmen at the ongoing training camp at the 3Ws Oval. As the new Cricket West Indies administration continues to draw on regional expertise in the coaching department, among those who has been working with the Windies squad for the upcoming Ireland tour is former Windies batsman Ramnaresh Sarwan. Over the past week, Sarwan has been at the 3Ws Oval, actively involved with preparation of the batsmen, as he believes his experience as well as knowledge, especially in the one-day game, is of vital assistance to the boys.
Obviously, I'm here to basically try and mentor the guys. Floyd has given me the opportunity with Jimmy to try and get the guys to understand how to be able to work the ball around. So far, they've been doing pretty well, and they've been doing well even before I came here. So I just try to pass my experience as well on to them and try and get them to understand a little more about batsmanship, which I think is very important, and hopefully with my contribution to be able to become a little better. They'll be very receptive. I've been saying that since I came here, and the willingness to learn is there, so I think that is very important. But in terms of the players, I think they're all pretty good. Of course, I've seen quite a few of them on television and stuff like that. I've always been a big fan of young Shai-Ho, but I think since I've been here, looking at Royston Chase, I mentioned to him earlier, it seems that he's batting with a Rolex watch because he's timing the ball so he has so much time to play the ball. But I think we've never really shorted talent in the Caribbean. It's just a matter of getting the facility in place for the players, to provide it to the players so they'll be able to work.
Among the players in the camp is Trinidadian Darren Bravo. Bravo believes the ongoing camp has been a good boost for himself and fellow teammates. And as a batsman, he welcomes the chance to work with Sarwan.
We're trying to sort of come up with our brand of cricket that we would want to play moving forward. The guys have been working on the technical game as much as possible. Now we have Sarwan as he came in for a couple of days to help us with our batting, and we've been working tremendously well with us. I had a couple of sessions with him, so far so good. Hopefully he will be here, or hopefully he will be with us moving forward, diary and stuff like that, because I believe with a young batting team like this, someone of Sarwan's stature, Sarwan's credibility will be meaningful to us as a batting unit. So we'll see how things go, but so far so good. The camp has been going well, a lot of hard work, fitness-wise and otherwise, and we're really enjoying it.
The Windies will leave the island at the end of the month for the Tri-Nation Series with Bangladesh and Ireland. The ongoing camp at the 3Ws Oval will finish next week. We refer to Ramnaresh Sarwan as Ramnaresh Sarwan, but he's actually Ramnaresh Sarwan, and he's back in that West Indies setup as a coaching aid to the batsmen getting ready for that Ireland tour. Now to road tennis, Julian Michael Jackson White and Kim Holder, they are through to the final stage of the Silver Hill Road Tennis competition. Now playing last night in the first set of semi-final matches, White defeated Dwayne Lynch in the men's open, while Holder brushed aside Rachel Smith to secure a spot in the women's finale. CBC's Damien Best reports.
Ladies taking center stage with road tennis action. Kim Holder versus Rachel Smith, closest to the screen. Holder sitting on a 4-point cushion. will make that 5. Unforced error from Smith.
13 serving to 8.
Smith with work to do, keeps Holder busy, staying in the rally for as long as possible. Eventually gets a favorable bounce. That's meat and drink any day of the week.
Serve exchange.
But the comeback never materialized. Holder at game point. Lethal stuff. Backhand injection, aka the drop shot. 21-14 to Holder. Smith, hungry for a finals berth, would have to earn her way against the attacking Holder. Kim, with the acute angle, forces the error to all. Holder serving now, comes inside with the slice. Smith reaching, but doesn't get there. At 7-2, Smith seemed out of it, with Holder now wielding that racket like a sword. Down 4-10, Smith trying to avoid a clean sweep, deciding to fight fire with fire, and up her game slightly, cements this point with a smash. Holder sensing a rebirth of enthusiasm from her opponent, sent down some reminders. That one clocked at 90 miles an hour. But Holder was complacent towards the end of the match, and Smith had a glimmer of hope. Unforced error, 19-17 at this point. However, Holder would extinguish that hope. Game and set point here. She advances in 2 straight. 21-14, 21-18 over Smith. The in-house competition now featuring Nicholas Nick Ellis and Simon Bain closest to the screen. 16-8 in favor of Ellis. Mixed bag from the hometown boy, paying dividends. Ellis was in his element and would wrap up the first game 21-11. Sumptuous backarm drag. Bain a spectator. Well, let's go second game. Bain helped by mistakes from his youthful opponent. Off the net and out. A real seesaw battle. But look at how Ellis, the lefty, works his forearm. H perfect. Sweet for days. Credit to Bain. He came close to forcing a third, leading 19-18. But in the end, Ellis would prevail in 2 straight. 21-11, 21-19. On to the feature matchup. Julian Michael Jackson White in the far court versus Dwayne Lynch in the green trunks. Point there to Lynch. Lynchy with his nose in front at 8-6 and shifting the world boss from left to right. At the end of this 25-ball rally, White, the unforced error. But once Jackson was fully warmed up, Lynch was put under heavy manners. Just look at the execution, chapter 7 of the Road Tennis Manual. Credit to Lynch. He did hang in there for the most part, rallying for extended periods. But how long will it last? Into the advertising this time. White sealing the first game. 21-18. Lynch with another mistake. Well, it didn't get any better for him in the second as White started to nail down his returns. Just too good. And this was the shot of the matchup for me. White going across his body to fetch it. The angle was unplayable. Genius. It was all downhill from there as White went into his goodie bag and whet the appetite of the faithful. In the end, the world boss in winner's row taking care of Lynch. 21-18, 21-11. He's in to the final. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
Now, Pro Shotters Football Club won 2 of the 4 finals they were in, where the National Youth Cup Tier 1 finals were played at the Wildy Turf recently. Pro Shotters won the Under-11 title by beating Mavericks 3-0. Then in the Under-15 decider, they defeated Pinelands 1-0. They over lost the Under-13 final 4-1 to Technique, and also the Under-17 to Mavericks 3-1. CBC's Mark Seal reports.
After a scoreless first half in the Under-11 final, Pro Shotters United went on a tear that saw 3 goals in just 6 minutes. First, Evidence Bailey got things going with a strike past the Mavericks keeper at the near post in the 22nd minute. 2 minutes later, Pro Shotters earned a corner kick, which was initially handled by the Mavs, but Ari Manning dispossessed the defenders, and he chose the far post this time with a left booter to make it 2-0. Then only 4 minutes would pass when Shotters floated another attacking ball into the area. A big defensive blunder would allow a leak Ben an open shot at the bars, and that 3-0 scoreline would last to the end to give Pro Shotters the under-11 title. On to the under-13 final, which was virtually all over in the first half, with Technique striking 4 times past Pro Shotters Spurs. The first score was here in the 8th minute. Javonte Griffith gets the first of 3 for him on the day. The second strike for Technique, though, was the play of the day. A surgical through ball, along with the speed of Kiaros Graves, doubled the lead after just 11 minutes. Griffith would get his brace in minute number 14. He was lucky, as the Spurs defenders didn't do their job, and the initial good save by the keeper deflected right at Griffith's boots. Then his hat-trick was completed 5 minutes later in the 19th. Some lovely strung-together passes culminated with a pass to the far post, where Griffith waited to slot it in. Spurs did manage a consolation goal in the 50th from a direct free kick taken by Seamuth Burgess, but all that did was to make the championship score 4-1 to Technique. The under-15 final was decided by 1 goal, just the one. It was a solo effort of class by Aaron Cumberbatch in the 28th minute to give Pro Shotters United another title with the 1-0 victory over Pinelands. Mark Seal, CBC Sports.
And in the under-17 final, Mavericks defeated Pro Shotters 3-1 with Kemar netting a brace and Kobe Mary scoring the other for Mavs. While that own goal actually came from the score, that own goal actually accounted for the score from Pro Shotters.